Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Chill Out Zone. It's me, Fervent Heat. Yeah, here we are again. And I'm so glad to be back. So glad to be back. First and foremost, let me say I hope everybody out there had a wonderful holiday season with you and your loved ones. And Rick loved one love to everybody out there. First and foremost, Melted Red Brick University. Please like, share, and subscribe. We've been doing this for over a year now. Year and a half, really. And it's been a ride, man. We've put out some evidence, and we've had so many people coming up here putting out their evidence too, and I'm honored to be part of this with you. Melted Inverted Realm in the Nest. Dervo C, good day, Melt Heads. Happy New Year, Big Jimmy. There you are, brother. Big Jimmy's passing out the last of the year's love and blessings. I hope everyone is doing well. Wishing all a wonderful start to this New Year's. That's because you are who you are, Big Jimmy. Dervo C, Melted Inverted Realm. Your Eagle Eye crew. You're up in here, man. You're here with me in the nest, and I love you all. And welcome again. And as you can tell, I'm a little bit under the weather. The last week, the holiday season, I was sick, and I was working through it as well. So I'm over it now. I'm kind of recovering, as you can tell, a little bit. So please forgive me if I mute myself once in a while to blow my nose and take care of business. But no, it's me here, and I'm glad to be back in the nest where home is for me because I'm with my fam, and I'm where I want to be. Much love to Spartan Red, Laughing Eagle, for this platform. My brother, my soul brother. I love you, man. And one love to you and yours, sir. Thank you again. Yeah, here we are, and it's been a year. And we're coming up on the new cycle of the sun coming back, closer, creating the seasons. And, that's the way I see things, I think a little bit differently than the most because I've cut through some shit that I've had to overcome in my psyche because I was introduced to Meltology. And, I reevaluated a lot of stuff, a lot of my thought processes in my head since I got into Meltology and really started to see. And, it's paradigm shifting for me. And that's why I'm so passionate, relentless, if you will, in bringing this out, because it's a truth that we cannot afford to not see anymore. We have so much out there controlling us and so many thought processes out there that are so different. Everybody's got their own ideals about what's this and that, but when it all comes down to is, we live on a melted realm, and we've shown that, and I'm not going to beat that to death, but we have, and we continue to show it, and I'll continue to show it again here in a little bit. But, it's going to be a little different of a format for me today. I'm up in here. My brother is taking a little bit of a rest, well needed, well deserved, most definitely. And I'm glad to be here, man, because this is who I am. This is what I do. This is a passion for me. I'm not playing. I'm dead serious in my topic and my conversations about Meltology and Meltologists, because we're all out here bringing this message forward. And you know what? It's catching on. It really has. I look back in a year ago, and, a lot of it's still the same, but a little bit of it's different now. I'm starting to see Meltology out there. When I'm scrolling through the YouTubes, seeing who's doing this and doing that, saying what, showing what, and Meltology is forefront now. But they're not really realizing it's Meltology. There's a lot of people out there with Chans that are now coming into these kinds of evidence that we've been showing. Spartan Red, Laughing Eagle's been showing forever now, these impossible builds, these structures that just are kind of weird looking, and excuse me, people are putting that kind of stuff up now because it's becoming apparent now. Meltology is, and people just can't put their finger on it though to describe what it really is. They're wanting to learn, but they're still stuck in the narratives. They're still stuck in the indoctrination through the televised vision, that we all grew up with. And we need to understand this. We've had a lot of people up here in the nest throughout this last year, bringing forth meltology, creating themselves, and moving on. And that's a good thing because not everybody thinks the same. Not everybody has the same approach. We're kind of unique up here in the chill out zone, in the nest, if you will, the Eagle Eye crew, because we cut through the bullshit, if you will. I'm not out to make enemies. I love everybody. But I'm not going to filter my speech and my thought process to accommodate somebody's ignorance. The best way that I can come across is to offend you. Because if I mamby-pamby and go along with it and, spoon feed, okay, you don't get nowhere with people that way because that's what people are used to. They want to be spoon fed. They don't want to do any investigation, any research, any thinking. Okay. They want to just regurgitate the same stuff over and over and over again, which is fine. It's spreading meltology, but there's so much more. There's so much more. Brick love to you, James, Big Jimmy. Let me post this up here. Brother, it's people like you, Eagle Eye crew. Dean, I'm glad that you're feeling better. Wishing blessings to you and your family, my brother. Back to you too, man. And this is the kind of support, that, I love it. People coming up in here, giving that kind of love and being supportive. It makes it better for you because we're all a collective here. It makes it better for me because we're all a collective here. At least we've tried to be. We've tried to be. This last year, and if you're new here and you're just new into Melted Red Brick University or clicking into the chill out zone here and stuff, we've been around for a little bit and we've had a lot go on since then. And there's salty seasoned crew out there that know what I'm talking about. And we in Melted Red Brick University kind of set are kind of like our own kind of unique flow here, if you will, because I'm raw and I'm real. And I try to bring you this, not through anything that I'm trying to create or be some kind of a personality. No, the way I am is because I'm conditioned the way I fucking am. Okay. We got a lot of young people out there that don't remember 40 years ago, 50 years ago, and the way things were back then. Through this invention of the internet, if you will, and this instant get a hold of people and, the messages, the topics are all fast. Everything's now. And, it used not to be that way. And, technology is great for things like this here, but technology is also very destructive because, so much disinformation can be put out there, and the technology behind it with the CGI and all that, nobody believes shit anymore. We've been showing melt for a while, and you know what? A lot of response we get, that's CGI, that's this or that. Well, that's easy to say that without any investigation or any close observation of the evidence that we put up. And then they get to click off, drop the mic, and walk off like they've accomplished something. Well, you know what? I'm not that way. I'll break down the melt for you. I'll show you the goddamn meltology, and I'll fucking walk through you with it. And I have for over a year and a half now, stream after stream with my brother up in here, bringing so many others up in here to do that, And I worked hard at trying to bring everybody together. And, this message meltology could be 10 times further down the road. But you know what? You know why it's not? Ego. Egos. Sub-base. How many numbers you got? Being this person or that person that's going to show you the same thing over and over and over again. Okay. We all could have come collectively together here and launched this a lot further. Challenged academia, challenged political elites, if you will, challenged religion. Because that's who needs to be addressed. And I've said this time and time again through these streams coming up in here. The only way we're going to get Meltology through there is to challenge these so-called authority. Because they're the one that's got it all fucked up in their heads. Brick love to you too, Melted Inverted Realm. This is the thing, and I've only got a few hours here because I got to go start my slaving job and get my pay still, same as you. But see, that's the thing. I'm going to show some melt here in a minute, but I'm going to talk about a few things first. Okay. We all want change. We all coming into another year. Well, I don't even believe the fucking term year anymore. It's just another cycle. It's just another cycle. Okay. It's been hijacked. Groups have been created. Religions have been created. Political organizations have been created. And we're all brainwashed into believing the shit that we've been fed. Meltology is the catalyst in my eyes. Because it's the truth. Okay? We can talk about Bigfoot. We can talk about UFOs. We can talk about fairies. Not gay fairy, but these cryptids, if you will, who's to say they're not real? There's people out there with proof. Meltology is proof for me. Meltology tells me a lot. Meltology tells me that there was once a great, unimaginable civilization, and we're showing the evidence of the destruction of it. Okay. We've been conditioned, and we've been brainwashed, and we've been indoctrinated into think that, and I'll say it, God. I can pick up a book and prove you Spider-Man is real. I fucking seen him. I seen him walking down the goddamn street too. I can pick up any other book and prove the same goddamn thing. You know why? Because it's gotten written down. Because somebody wrote it on a paper. And now they indoctrinated me to believe it. So, I'm going to stand steadfast in that belief. And that's the reason we got the issues we got today. We all celebrated this last week, the holiday, as I'll call it, that we've all enjoyed our whole lives. And it's about enjoying. It's about really understanding, being one and love and, being close to your loved ones and all of that, But now it's turned into fucking profit. Now it's turned into fucking hypocrisy. Okay. This is the reason that people cannot see Meltology, is because they're wrapped up into the religious and political dogma in their fucking psyche. This is the reason. They cannot break through their indoctrination. We've been showing evidence after evidence after evidence for a long time now that is so goddamn obvious. But people can't see it. In fact, we're called crazy. Crazy. We show evidence and people won't believe it. But they'll go out and vote because they believe there's true change coming. Listen. If I offend you in what I say today, it's because I fucking mean to. Because I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to come up in here and hold your ground with your religion and your politics. because this is the reason why meltology has been at a stagnant, and we've had so much opposition. It's because we got these Bible thumpers up here, because we got these political elite up here that wrap themselves in their patriotism. Listen, if you want to believe what you want to believe, that's fine. But when it starts affecting, and it has started affecting humanity and the fucking shit that we see now, you own it. If you're religious out there and you're going to wrap yourself in your God and all that, okay, well, tell your God to stop raping fucking children. Tell your priest and your clergy to stop fucking trafficking and raping fucking people. Tell your government to stop sending fucking people over to other places to kill other people in the name of your protection. I'm done with your fucking hypocrisy. Can't fucking stand it no more. It's sickening to me. We just got done with the holiday season and everybody out there in their Sunday best with their gold hanging off of them, with their crosses proving their faith. Well, they walk past people in the fucking gutter. Well, they go into these restaurants and stuff and treat people like shit. Because their arrogance, because their comfort zone is so fucking comfy that they can look down and you know, judge people any way they want, because they don't have to be held accountable for it. Because they get to walk the fuck off and go home and watch whatever, do whatever, and forget about others. But they're so religious and they love everybody. Bullshit. You're fucking hypocrites out there. Every goddamn one of you. This is why meltology has to come through. We've got to break the paradigm shift for people. You know, I come up here raw and real. I have nothing left they can fucking take from me. You know, I got to tiptoe around what I say because the computer algorithms or the fact checkers or whoever else on the other end of the keyboards controlling shit, we can't piss them off. You know, we got to have the ability to come up here and put this message forward. So I got to tiptoe and be careful in what I say, but not going to hold back a goddamn bit. Because something's got to happen here, people. Are we going to go through another year of this fucking insanity? Inverted civilization among us, Melted Rome says, yeah, absolutely. Everything's inverted now. Everything's inverted now. You know? You got men out there getting their fucking shit cut off and now going out there and playing female sports with the same bones and density and strength as a man, but now identify as this and that. Listen, I can identify as a fucking ham sandwich if I want to. I goddamn demand the rights to be respected as a ham sandwich. That's the fucking insanity we have out there now. We just have to identify something. We don't, you know, we can create, if somebody offends me, then if I'm a protected because I identify as this now, you know, it's so insane. Do I got passion? Yeah. Why? Because this kind of shit has affected my fucking life. But I'm supposed to shut my fucking mouth and just go on with it and don't offend anybody? Fuck you. Not going to happen. You're going to get me, Fervent Heat, raw and fucking real, bringing it to you as hot as I goddamn can. You know why? Because we need it. We need the fervent heat in your fucking heart. Just like I've said before, if you're watching me now, you got to be honest with yourself. Is shit right? Don't you see something's wrong? We got the bourgeoisie running shit. We got these people that are so fucking rich, they think they're rich, putting themselves above us because we don't have enough. We don't have as much fucking fake paper as they do. And yeah, I said fake because money's fake. Money's fake. Oh, fervent, money's not fake. I got it in my fucking wallet right here. Well, it's fake. It's the chains that bind you. It's the fucking yoke around your neck that's keeping you a fucking slave. For so long now, you got to work hard and you got to get out there. Yeah, you got to do for yourself. You got to work hard and all that. But you think that's the only way humanity has got to live? Is to live off somebody's fucking shekel? Somebody's script? Something they put pictures on a piece of paper and tell you it's worth value? The only thing that makes money valuable is the fucking thought process in your head. All you people out there getting ready to vote for this next election coming up in a year or wherever you're at, it doesn't matter where you're at, your political structures are fucking frauds. They're all part of the same goddamn little clique. And everybody goes out there because you're in your comfort zone. You don't know any other way of life. You don't know any other thought process other than what you've been indoctrinated and enslaved in thinking. You know why we can't come together as meltologists? Is because of that comfort zone. Because of the public opinion. Everybody's afraid of saying, I can't say this because somebody might think this or that, political or, public pressure, group pressure, peer pressure, worried, living in fear. That's the problem. You're living in fear. You want to speak your mind, but you can't because you're a coward. Because now we live in a day you say the wrong thing, it can affect your job. We now got a money system to where you say the wrong thing, they'll shut your fucking account off. That's called control. And you know what? It's your goddamn fault. Not you, crew. Well, maybe you, crew. It's my fault too. I lived for decades being indoctrinated. I was in the military. I thought I was religious. I was politically, I was a patriot. I was a patriot. Because my thought process was enslaved. Look, for a long time now, I've been showing melted fucking structures. And this alone proves that this whole shit show we call reality is a lie. We've been hijacked. I saw in the group the other night, somebody posted up and asked a very great question. How'd this happen? Where'd we all come from? What's going on here? Good questions, man. Good questions. Why? What happened after the X Factor event? That's what we do here in Melted Red Brick University, up in the nest, in the Chill Out Zone, and the Eagle Eye crew, all brought together, all formulated, all constructed on this little tippy-tappy device by Spartan Red. Because he's got the vision. He has the vision. And he's been trying to wake people up for a while. He woke me up. Now, I saw meltology through some motherfucker, somebody else that you all know the story if you're salty up in here. Look, I've studied intently this man's work, and this is what brought meltology to me. This is who brought meltology to me. And it has blown my mind, and it has opened me up so much, man. And, this is why I have the passion that I do, because I want to wake you up, because I don't want you and your grandchildren to live in this shit show anymore either. I can ramble, but, I'll do that by showing some melt. And while I'm showing some melt, we're going to go through a little talky talk here while I do that. Now, mods out there, if you got any bots coming up, please take care of them for me. I got my little phone here, so I'll be able to take care of business and read chats as I go here. But, you come here for some melt, and I'm going to bring you some melt in all different ways. Ox, Axe, Dervo, C. It's all fucking fake, and you are in my heart and changing my life, Dean. Well, thank you. I love you. click into some share here, and we're going to get into it. And I got some stuff. I always got melt to show you. Always do. And I've only got a limited time here, like I said, because I got to go up and do my job here. So I'm going to bring myself up in here. Here I come. And I hope I can hang in there. My computer's all powered up and shit like that. And I hope I don't have any tech issues, because I want to get through this without any hitches, without any hiccups, if you will. And I'll flick into a drive here, bring up something, and get into some melt. And these are things I'm going to show. And I'm going to show quite a few different things today. And some of these I bumped through before, but if you're new, we're going to bump through them again and show you something here. Now, these are inverted pics, and I'm going to flick through quick, and I'll break down a little bit and showing you the land features. Look, we got an aerial view of a melt here. Where is it? I don't fucking know, but it's supposed to be terra firma Earth. We have land formation. Okay. We can see lines. We can see flow. Now, geology will tell you that through millions of years of erosion and all kinds of shit, this is the way this stuff looks. Another one here. Through millions of years, this is erosion. Tectonic plates have shifted and all this shit. And that's why these land masses look like they do. This is what we learned in school. Same thing, same features. They're telling us, the Big Bang happened and all this shit. We all know this. All right. And then we get into evidence like this. And and I flick around a lot. When I come home, I get on the YouTube, I see something interesting, I'll click on it. And I'll go through, and this is one of the things that I caught. Now, here's a geologist explaining to you what geologists do, showing you this area. And you know what? They're seeing this kind of stuff right here. And I see meltology, and we all see this. I can see the scorching right here. Am I even up? I'm looking at my phone here. A little bit of a delay. Okay. But this guy's showing melt. But he's saying how this is an old granary. Actually, it's a granary. There's people that used to, that stack these rocks together underneath here, and they built these things for a granary. This is the narrative that they put into your minds. They're saying ancient people built these as granaries. Now, maybe, but I see melt. Bit of a delay here. My YouTube on my phone is way off, and I really hope I'm up in here showing you some melt. Here's another shot of this clip that I caught. They show these rock formations, and they give you these false narratives, and they plant images in your head to make you believe what they're saying is true. Here's another granary. They're saying that people put these here and stored grain in them to keep rats out. Well, that makes sense. Oops. Here's another rock formation. The geologists will tell you this is gastrolites and fossil remains. Now, They give these rocks so-called melted bricks, if you will, because we know what's going on. But you know that they're saying that these dinosaurs ate rocks and stuff to help digest their food. Now, is that a possibility? Well, that's what chickens do. Obviously, it's a fact. But what they're telling us is these creatures here ate huge rocks to digest their food, and when they died off, now these are fossils and these are gut remains. Okay. Possible. Chickens do it. Why can't dinosaurs? Well, answer me this. How do dinosaurs fuck? How do they reproduce? Looking like that. Have they been able to answer that yet? You know, they'll tell you all this stuff, but they won't go into things that are hard to answer. Here's another inside of a granary, they call it. They're saying people come together and packed mud in here. Pack mud in here to hold these rocks together. They packed mud in here. Look, here's a lid. Here's some sticks to support the lid. Now, is this possible? Sure, it's possible. But I see melt. Big rock curtain overhang here. Aperture back here. Expanded melted brick here. Lines running down here. Scorching up here. All the usual suspects of the X Factor event. Your expansion in here. Color differentials. Melted structure. These people will go out and they'll put on their little YouTube shows and get thousands and thousands of people watching. And they're lying to you. Now, they're infamous for lying to you and telling you the small truths at the same time, but the lies are more apparent, so you believe them. Okay. Now, this is very fertile out here, and you know, you got shrubs growing and all that, but I see melted structures. Once again, we're looking at our color differentials. We're looking at our, excuse me, our lines, once again, our flow. I see melted buildings. I see this one following the skyline again, where it's leaning back into the melt, the same way as this one's leaning in the same way. Why is it? Because this is the melt flow right here. This is all brick ash right in here where plants are growing out of it. We've beat this to death. Look, here's the C14 in the soil. What they're feeding on. Not a whole lot of it because the scrub brush and stuff, you know, will dictate a lot of how fertile the brick ash is. And I like to flick through these things. I like to click into these little streams up on the YouTube and, you know, look for the melt. Because it's there and I know it's there. Everywhere, look, brick, expansion. C14, red brick, right angle. You can see the melt coming off of this right here, bubbling up, oozing over, kind of rock curtain over, melt, 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 shifting down, sinking down into the melt. It's not tectonic plates. And you know what's funny about this, man? When I click into these things, all these sites that they go to right here, this right here, it's on protected land. Protected, I mean UNESCO, world governments, claiming ownership on this and telling you that you must not go there and walk on it because of erosion. Well, erosion is very selective. Erosion ate away everything else but left these structures here. These formations here. They're so delicate, they don't want you going up and touching them stuff because they'll fall apart. Big rock curtain right here, aperture back here, right angle here, big rock curtain coming over here, expansion coming off here, scorch, look at your lines up here. Big expansion over this way. Aperture filled out here, see it? Look. See this right here? This line right here, and this mass pushing out right here? It's not tectonic plates. It's electrical heat and energy frying these things from the inside out, and this shit squeezing out of a fucking arch or opening or window or whatever this was, causing this formation right here. And they're telling me with this picture right here, you can actually see the fingerprints in the melt, or not in the melt, but in the mud that they packed here. Well, why didn't erosion wipe away the fucking fingerprints? It selectively left that, huh? No, I see melt. I see brick ash. I see expansion. They're explaining how over time, pressure, geology has smashed things down, and erosion and all of this. Okay, I see lines. I see C14. Now, if you're new out there and you're just kind of wrapping your head around this, I get it. You'll get it. You get into meltology, you'll start understanding it. And these guys got letters after their names, so my God, you can't question them. They're backed by institutions. They got big money, deep pockets to control their narrative. Look, I see viscosity right here. Do you? Melt, viscosity, heat escaping, leaving these features. What's this arch feature right here? Why is this like this? Why is this line right here? Why is this like this? Why is this scorched out piece melting into this stuff over here? Lines, 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 lines. Compression, buoyancy and density. And these kind of people, now look, they've been indoctrinated, as everybody else has, and they live their little comfortable lifestyles. They got their degrees, they got their little institutions that they belong to, and they travel everywhere, man. And feeding your head with false information, because meltology shows heat and pressure. What's this up here? What's this line doing right here? Why is this all scorched out over here? Why is this different here? Why is this big rock curtain coming over this piece here? Why is there a line coming down here? And you can see it setting down, buoyancy and density, compressing. Lines again. People can't wrap their head around, why are these evenly spaced? One here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, all the way down. Why is this arch feature right here? What's this expanding out of here? Oh, this geology, tectonics, plates cause these to be evenly spaced all the way down with the lines going through the same way. It's easy for them to do because they know everybody is so goddamn indoctrinated and cannot think for themselves. They'll swallow anything and everything, because that's how stupid we are nowadays. And we've shown these features all over the realm. Arizona, Cappadocia, Iraq, Iran, China, United States, England, Norway. It doesn't matter where you have to fucking melt. It's the same, man. I'm just clicking through. Got pics like this, and we've shown them many a times before. Many a times before. Many a times before. Do you see structure there? Can you see a fucking window or two? Can you see right angles? Can you see the fucking brick? Can you see the apertures? See the line? People will go, oh my God, how did they build that? That must just been incredible to build. They built it as defensive places and all this bullshit. And I got this pic off of another YouTube channel that is now investigating these kind of features. Used to do music videos and shit. Now they're starting to show these kind of features and talk about them. Why? Because it boosts sub numbers. That's why. Because this is of interest now. Because the narrative is being pushed and challenged. That's why. And they still can't see it. They're still in the mindset that, thousands of years ago, somebody built this for this reason or that. It's a fucking melted building, man. People cannot wrap their head around this whole thing being the same structure and this being a pocket of survival. And they call me crazy. That's just absurd. Well, why is that fucking melted in right here? Why is this expanded and melted into this right here? You know why? Because they're indoctrinated. They cannot understand that that intense heat. Look, everything has a melting point, man. Brick melts at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit and up. People cannot understand meltology. They cannot get their head around the breakdown of meltology that we've done with the X factor, the electrical heat and energy coming from the bottom up and expanding these things and blowing them the fuck out. They can't believe it, but they'll believe in volcanoes. Yeah. They'll believe everything else that's been spoon-fed them for their enslavement, but they can't understand what we're telling them now, showing them now. How is this like this? How is this like this? We're showing you the expansion of the structure. We're showing you that this is a fucking doorway. It's not a geological feature. It's a fucking doorway. Come on now. Mountains don't have doorways, windows, apertures, structure to them. Mountains are melted buildings. Mountains are melted buildings. Once again, proving it. Proving it. No, thousands of years ago, people were trying to escape invading tribes, and they come in and they built these things high up in the rock cliffs so they couldn't be captured or killed. Oh yeah, how are they going to eat and survive? They got to come out sometime. What's this big mass up here? Rock curtaining over all of this here. Why is the melt of it different than down here? Well, I'm seeing huge expansion right here. Huge expansion. Look at your line right here. See how it goes all the way up? Comes over the top, comes back down. Because we're looking at a huge aperture that used to be here. Doesn't look anything like it used to, but this is the internal parts of the building expanding through this spot right here. I'll tell you what you do. Go get you a cup, okay? And put some holes in it and stuff it full of marshmallows. Then throw it in your microwave for 2 minutes. You know what you're going to see? You're going to see that marshmallow expanding through the holes that you put in the cup. Heat, expansion, going through the points of least resistance, because that's what malleable things do when they're expanding and heated up. The state of matter is changing. They're losing their form. They're becoming hot and viscous and going to the point of least resistance and expanding. Like water, where it will go. Ah, fuck. Tell you what. We're going to leave it, and I'm going to talk about it. Huge major grid component of this melted realm. This thing looks nothing like it did before the melt. But what they're going to tell us is that this was carved. Or this is created by King whoever in this dynasty. Or whatever ruler from that dynasty. Okay. I'm going to do something here. And I'm going to go ahead and go here. I'm going to show you some melt. And I'm kind of flicking around like this for a reason, because we've all been through this kind of evidence before. We've all talked about these false narratives before. Now I'm going to show you some pics, and then we'll talk about them here in a second. And I'm just going to go like this. This is a high aerial view of this feature here. And we see the same thing. We see the melt. I'm seeing polygonal structure right here. Polygonal form. Look, hexagonal actually. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6, but this one's melted into it. I'm seeing melt. I'm seeing a melted structure. Well, you're fucking crazy, Fervent Heat. That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard, Dean, is what I'm told by my loved ones. Well, if that's the case, what's this? Oh, that was carved thousands of years ago, Dean. Didn't you pay attention in fucking school? Well, that's the problem. I did. I see lines up here. Again, pancaking down, buoyancy and density, shifting these things, melting down, flowing over, rock curtaining over, leaving only this remnant of what this building used to be. This little pocket of survival, if you will, this doorway aperture right here. And I am calling it that because that's exactly what it fucking is. Look in here. See your line going all the way back here? Expanded from the inside out. Brick ash coming out. This wall coming down, or whatever this was off of this, lining out, coming down into the melt. Another feature, and I posted this one on the page. Huge melted building. Huge melted building. Again, you're crazy, Dean. Well, why is it this structure right here? Why is this shaped like it is? Why is it flat up here? And then it tapers down right angles here and then goes down here. Why is it like this here? Well, that's geology, Dean. Those are tectonic plates coming up from the bottom causing this. Really? Really? Well, why is this like this then? Why do I see lines here? Why are there bricks right here? Why are there blocks right here? Why does this look like this out here? Why does it look like this was a soup of some kind with all kinds of shit just flowing in it? Because that's what it is. the melt. High altitude shot of a melt. This little feature here they're circling, I don't know why. I see melt, I see structure. I see this top of this building right here because there's apertures right here. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 right here. Right angle, right here. Boom, structure. What are these? Why are these dark spots, these apertures, all in a line right here? Why are they all in a line right here? Why is there a doorway up here? Why is there a window apertures up here? Another melt. This building sinking completely down into the melt. Look, here's the scorching. Look, here's the remnants of the structure. What's this right here? What is that? Doesn't it look like what I just showed you not too long, a little bit ago with those geologists? Again, we got your expansion. Again, we got your doorways. And they're going to tell you that indigenous people or whoever put these up for strategic defenses, whatever. What's this over here? Aperture, aperture. Right angle right here. Line coming across here. Looks like a fucking structure melted and disintegrated down on itself to me. Consumed by the melt, sinking straight down, leaving this feature here. Another shot. Melt. What's this? Why is there a right angle right here? What's this coming over to this right here? Looks like structure to me that is melted down. And I say melted down because look at the flow of the melt. Flowing out, expanding over this here. Why is this like this? Why is there a right angle right here? Comes wall, another right angle right here, wall. This whole piece coming down, walls coming across off of it here. Expansion, heat pressure coming from the bottom up. Can you see it right here? Look. Expanding over this piece here. Why are all these like this? Why are all these holes right here? What is all this? Well, this is the building being lost in the melt flow. The disintegration of this shit sinking down into the melt. We see these feature all over this melted realm. Line coming off here. What's this up here? Lines, lines, lines. Again, sinking down into the melt. Why is this so flat up top here? What's this over here? Why is this so red? Why are the heat differentials different? Why are there blocks right here? Why is the color different right here? Why do I see structure right here expanding out into the melt? Another feature in the melt. What's this? Line here, line back here. Horizontals going this way, flowing down into the melt. Why is this all out here in the melt, in like this? Well, they're going to tell you once again, well, that's just tectonic plates pushing shit up from the bottom. Lines, once again, buoyancy and density, action and flow of the melt, leaving A-frame structures, leaving flat edges, right angles. Why are all these blocks in here? Showing you these for a reason. Because of this. What's that? Right here. What is that? That's right. Because this is Mars. So-called Mars. Top of the melted building right here. Sinking down, leaving this flow pattern. Have you ever poured something hot into something and it sinks down and it creates that level kind of levelness here, and then it's got all the waves because it's still hot? Well, that's exactly why all these flow patterns are right here, because this is all cooked out, expanding the heat, leaving these formations in here, like you see in sand dunes, so-called sand dunes. Why we got block structure up in here? Why we got apertures right here? Why we got right angles right here? Well, those are geological features, Dean. You know, I can only tolerate so much bullshit, and then I start getting a little pissed. Because it's controlling the narrative of everybody out there. It's creating the indoctrination still and keeping it in people's minds. Again, lines. Same thing. Look, lines. Follow your lines. It's not erosion. It's not tectonic plates. NASA has been getting over $60 million. What is it, a month? For over 50 years now? All these institutions got this unlimited funding. And not only unlimited funding, unlimited indoctrination that they teach you and your children and our grandparents for all our lives. Because your mind cannot accept anything different. Yeah, I'm showing you these for a reason, because I'm going to talk about something here. Why is this here? This casting a shadow, this melt here. Structure back here. Rock curtaining over, lines, 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 apertures in here. Right angle right here, boom, coming across. Right angles in here. Look. Boom, 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 block. Aperture. Getting compressed down, leaving these right here. And even back here again. And we've seen this so many times in these features, these mountains, these excuse me. Look at your skyline again, coming down here. A-frame, shifting down into the melt. See them? Boom, boom. A-frame, boom, A-frame, boom, A-frame, boom, A-frame, boom. All melting down, all melting down. That's right. I'm going there. I'm going here. We're going to melt Mars. Look, they've been putting the truth in our face for so goddamn long. And you know what? They put it in all kinds of bullshit too. They'll feed you your false narratives to go along with their thought processes and what they want you to think is real. You know, you say NASA, people will just fucking believe any goddamn thing they put out. Why? Well, because they're authority. They're the experts. That's what our leaders tell us. Trust the science. Trust the science. Big chunk, look, lines, compress them down, resting in the melt, along with everything else. Look how this one, lines, sinking down into the melt. Look at this up here, lines, compressing down into the melt. Mars. I know. This is what they do. It's called cognitive dissonance. It's called predictive programming. And because we all grew up seeing these kind of features in our sci-fi films, for the last 50 years, they've been putting this shit out in sci-fi films, sci-fi series, Star Trek, you name it, they fucking always put it in. Even in today in these movies, they're putting in actual fucking truths and disguising them in falsehoods, man. Disguising them in stories, because that's what they get you to believe now. It's a story. So it's fictional now, you know. Why is there block back here? What's this? Let me do something here. A little dark. Let's see if I can do this. What's that? Same thing as we've seen before, C14. Block, structure, sinking down into the melt. And I'm blowing it up right now. Yeah, I said it, I'm going there. Because here in Melted Red Brick University, here in the chill out zone, here in the platform that Spartan Red has created, okay, we're trying to get people to expand their thought processes here. Wall coming all the way across right here. See it? Look at your line all the way across here. Expansion drooping down here. Buoyancy and density once again. Aperture, right angle here, right angle here. See them? All this back here. Melt. We've seen it before. We've seen this shit so much before. In the Sahara, in the Gobi, all over this melted realm that we call Earth. You know, the spinning ball that most of you live on. I'm not talking to you, crew. I'm talking to anybody out here that's just tuning into this right here and trying to understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Why is there a right angle right here? Why is there structure to this? Aperture. Wall coming down here. Sinking down into the melt. Look, right here. Lines. Expansion coming right here. Look, let me show you something. Aperture right here. Big expansion coming off here. And then this piece of the building right here, shifting back into the melt right here, causing these lines to go completely different right here. Wall right here. Sinking down into the very hot melt. Into the sea of the melt. Showed this one on the page the other night, and I threw two of these pics on the page, and I didn't show where they were at. I didn't say where they were at because I wanted to get people's thought processes on what they were looking at. And I got a couple of responses, which was great because that's what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for anything other than just a response. And so, you know, there's many people put out there. One person put out drill holes. Drill holes. Okay. Why are they drill holes? Because they're holes? That's the only reason they could be there is because somebody drilled them? Well, what the fuck is this? In the middle of them. Because this is Mars, people. As we're being told it is. Wall feature in here, C14, expansion coming from the bottom up. These buildings sank down and leave these features here. Why is this like this? What's this line back here? Why is this so different in here from over here to over here? Are these tectonic plates? Why is there structure sinking down into the melt right here, right angles, chunks? We picked it out, crew. And I'm talking to salty people that know what they're looking at right here. You get what I'm saying, crew. And if you don't understand, we'll catch up. Because this is Melted Red Brick University. This is the nest of the Eagle Eye crew. This is the chill out zone. And we don't hold back. NASA shot. Here's a little grid in their fucking whatever their pick here. High altitude shot, they say. Mars. Huge fucking aperture right here. Right angle right here. Lines this way. Lines this way. The action and the flow of the melt. What are these over here? Boom, 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 boom. Why are they like this? Is this erosion? Is this tectonic plates? Why is this circular feature here, right here? Why is it blown out over here and expanding out this way? Why are all these lines right here? Wall, 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 right angles. Aperture, aperture, aperture. What's this over here? Why is this here? Boom. Why is this here? Boom. Why are they evenly spaced? Why are all these line features like this evenly spaced? Line, line. This one's getting melted wonky going this way because it's following the action and the flow of the melt. These structures are they melted down into themselves, man. This heat was so intense we can't even describe it. Spartan Red coined the term X Factor event because that's the only way that you can put it out there for any kind of starting point in meltology. Yeah, we've created the terminology as well. Through stream after stream after stream, through millions of evidence that have been analyzed by Spartan Red and many other meltologists out there. Mars. Aperture, right angle drop right here. Aperture, right angle right here. Block underneath here. Rock curtaining over here. Big fucking aperture over here. Line right here separating because this building is sinking down into the melt, leaving this piece right here. This separation line right here. You're crazy, Dean. Well, prove me wrong then. Prove me wrong, because I'm telling you, your geology is bullshit. Your education is shit. It's a lie. It's a fucking lie. You know why? Because everything's a fucking lie. Everything's a fucking lie. Huge structure right here. Follow your skyline. What's this up here? Big aperture over here. Expansion. Line coming down here. Structure all across the top here. Look at your blocking all across the top here. Look at your apertures dotted up in here. If I was to show you this any other time, you'd say, well, that's just a grainy shot of Arizona. No, that's from these motherfuckers right here. And here's the motherfuckers right here. This one and this one. You want to know this one? Look up Jack Parson Laboratories. JPL right there. Goes way back into the day before the wars 1 and 2. These are the beginnings of their fucking bullshit organizations that blinded everybody to the truth. Mars. Structure. C14. Mars. What are these? What the fuck is that? Is that erosion? Is that tectonic plates? No, I see aperture, wonky one here because of heat expansion here. Could be some shadowing, but very formatted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is what I see. These are expanded out here. Same thing that we've seen so many times in the melt. And then the elephant in the room. What the fuck is this? Again, is that a drill hole? If that's a drill hole, then, you know, this is Mars, people. It's either Mars or somewhere else out there in the realm, Iceland, wherever that we haven't seen yet, and they've got pictures of and they won't let anybody go to, or this is somewhere else. C14, all over it here. All over this is C14. This is all cooked out, losing the C14, as we've explained so many times before. Leaving this huge aperture right here. With structure in it. Look. See if I can pop it. Yeah, a little bit there. Aperture right here. Right angles down in here. Block right here. Right angle block. Could be some pixelization, but these aren't. Mars. They're telling us this is Mars. Could be CGI. I don't know. I don't know. Is this the moon as seen from Mars? Or is it just a overlaid photo that NASA's created for us? And this is what they do. They'll show you the truth and put bullshit up there to blind you. Mars. Why is this like this? What is this? Why is this in the melt right here? Why is this wall feature, this feature here, why is it twisting and winding through here? Because it's in the melt, man. What are these? Right angles, big blocks right here. along this feature here into the melt. This is advanced meltology, people. I'm showing you the action and the flow of the melt. I'm showing you that the narrative that they're telling us is bullshit. Because I'm a meltologist, man. And meltology means breaking my fucking paradigm shift of what I thought reality was. Because to tell you the truth, the only thing I know is real is meltology anymore. Look at this line going all the way across here. Look at this right angle coming off here. Look how it melted out right here. Once again, the action and the flow of the melt. Huge wall coming off right here. Color differentials once again, shape and structure, sinking down into the melt. Mars. Lines once again, following the action and the flow of the melt. Understanding what buoyancy and density is and heat and pressure. For all you globetards out there, all you heliocentric bitches out there, it's not gravity. It's buoyancy and density. Big structure right here, look. Coming over here, right angle cut right here. What's this line right here separating these two? And why are there fucking blocks right in here? What is this line coming down here? This is the melt. This is what is left of this huge fucking structure right here, leaning back, leaning back, leaning back. Melting down into the melt right here. What's this? What's this? We asked these questions so many times before. They're part of the structures, man. Massive structures on such a scale we can't even comprehend. Lines, chunks of the building setting in the melt, as we've seen so many times before. Downward shot, Mars. Color differentials once again. Structure once again. Color differentials. Color differentials meaning the different heat temperatures in the melt itself, causing the color differentials. Action and flow of the melt. What's this? Coming down here, losing itself in the melt. Aperture right here. Shifting, expanding, sinking down, compressing against itself, flowing out into the melt. Apertures right here, apertures right here. 1, 2, 3, right there. All over this shit. Dean, you've lost your fucking mind. You're showing pictures of Mars. You're goddamn right I am, for a reason. Because I'm exposing these motherfuckers. I'm bringing their information that they get millions and millions and tens and 60s and hundreds of millions of dollars a month to go out and fucking, because the money is fake. Money is fake. What they do is they take money. Okay, what they do is they take and they create money out of nothing. They create money out of nothing. You can put $1 into your bank. You know what they get to do? They get to claim $10 off of that $1. That's what the federal government here in the States lets the banks do, is take your money and create bullshit money out of nothing. You know what they do? They take all that fictitious money and turn it into real assets. What do I mean by real assets? Machinery, tools, rovers, if you will, nuclear submarines, if you will, rocket ships, if you will, all going out there and exploring the galaxy. Because they got your mind controlled. Because most people, I'll show these pics and they think I'm a fucking psycho and don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I'll tell you what. I find myself to be more sane than I've ever fucking been in my whole life. Because I see through the bullshit now. I see through the bullshit. And I see the cognitive dissonance of everybody out there that is aggressively supporting their indoctrination. Because they cannot leave their comfort zone. They cannot understand that everything they've been taught is a lie. That's why. Dean, you're crazy. Everything's not a lie. Well, when you go out and buy groceries, you're not buying groceries. You're buying chemical fillers. Okay? You're buying bullshit that they're fucking has no nutritional value. That's why we got all these fat motherfuckers walking around out there with attitudes, because they're a protected class now. Got all these weeble wobbles out there fucking drinking their fucking sodas left and right, eating their bullshit left and right. Not nutritious at all, just fillers. They eat it because it's in a pretty fucking package. It's called marketing. It's called the Bernaysian effect, if you will. If you don't know who Bernays is, Google his ass. You'll see exactly who Edward Bernays was. Edward Bernays was the nephew of Sigmund Freud. If you don't know who he is, Google his ass. You'll figure it out. Structure. Apertures fucking everywhere. This right here, not from a meteor. This right here, not from a meteor. These right here are part of this fucking structure. You're crazy, Dean. Well, what the fuck is this? Did a meteor leave this? Did a volcano leave this? Volcanoes are melted fucking buildings still going off. That's been proven. Look at Vesuvius. Many have covered that. Proving it's a melted structure, man. Some of these shots, kind of interesting. And the reason I did it is because of these features right here. Where do we see this color before? Where have we seen this blue color before? Melted structures sinking down into themselves. Look. Wall, apertures, structure, right angles. Just like we see in Arizona, just like we see all over this melted realm that we've investigated in-depthly and shown. The features are the same. The X factor signatures are consistent. Mars, looking down, blue. Building, sinking down, expanding out. Structures in the melt. Bam, right there. Aperture in it too. Apertures dotted all over this goddamn thing. Lost in the melt flow. I'm bumping along quick because I'm running out of time and I got a little bit more to say. Mars. Now, CGI? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? But what am I seeing right here? Well, I see another fucking aperture right here. I see the wall piece here. I see the rock curtain coming off over here. As far as all this other shit, consistency, boom, 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 boom. Evenly spaced right here, sinking down into the melt, angling this way down into the melt. Apertures all up in here. Mars. What's this? What is this? Why is it sticking up? Why has it got structure to it? Why do I see arch feature here, expanded out over here? Right angle right here on this block piece here. Mars. Kind of touched on this one, better shot right here. Look at the blocks right here. Just setting in this fucking melt flow right here. Like soup. Like soup. Right angles, man. All right, follow your lines, man. Look at your blocks in here, man. Look at the expansion coming off this one. Why are these lines here? Boom, 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 boom. Different than these lines up here. The reason is sinking down on itself, man. The weight, the heat and pressure and the weight of the top of this thing sinking down and pushing these things, creating these differential lines right here from the underlying structures that it once was. You're crazy, Dean. Well, you're crazy for believing every fucking thing that you've been told. You're crazy for believing that this next election year is going to make a big fucking difference because your guy has a chance. Listen, man, I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done with the bullshit. And the reason we got the problems we have today is because people can't release the bullshit. People cannot release the bullshit that they've been indoctrinated to believe. They've actually named this one Mount Sharp, Garden City. No, this is Mars, people. They're telling us that this is off of a NASA site here. All the shit I've been showing you is off of their own information right here. Look, they've already pissed on it. You know, it's like this. You got a pet? Anybody out there got a pet? Have you ever had a dog, your dog or cat come and lift their leg and fucking piss on your shoes or on your blanket? Can you ever get the smell out? No, you can't. So what do? You throw it away because that dog and cat owns it now. Same thing with NASA. They've pissed on this, titled it, gave it a name, so everybody's going to believe their fucking bullshit. Why is this like this? Why are these lines coming off here? Why are all these cooked out pieces in formation right here? What's this going across here? What's this going across here? What's this here? What is this in here? What is all this in here? Here, let me do something. Let me fucking do something for you because I love you. I do. And I'm trying to wake you up. I'm trying to wake you the fuck up. Why are all these apertures in here, man? Why does this look so different right here compared to everything else over here? See it? Look, it's up in here too. Look. We've seen this so many times in the melt. Right angle right here, aperture expansion coming over the top. This massive structure disintegrated and flowing out into the melt. Look, sinking down, flowing out, leaving chunks, twisted pieces of whatever it used to be, flowing out into the melt, losing its shape and structure because of the, excuse me, because of the viscosity of it. You're crazy, Dean. Then why are all these apertures here? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle here. Another one here, another one here, another one here. Wall features everywhere, spaghettiing out into the melt. Mars. Same kind of formations we see here. Now, again, oh, that's Iceland, Dean, or that's wherever. Maybe, but what I'm telling you here is this. Look, this right here is a famous shot. And I chose this one for a reason, and let me tell you why. Look, anybody ever heard the word conspiracy theorist before? I've been around for a while, and I hope to be around for a lot more. But through my decades, over 40 years now of scratching my head and listening to all the experts, okay, I believe their narratives. I believe they're bullshit because I didn't know any different at the time. Now I do. This pic right here is a famous pic. Anybody ever seen it before? Look at the chat here. See what we got. Anybody got any questions up in here? Hold on a minute. I want to show you something here. I am Nancy. Hello, Red Bricks. Love you all. Ox Axe. There you are. Scanning the chat here. Bollet's Kiss. There you are. Brick love to you. James Breeden, of course. Melted Inverted Realm. Dervo C. My family. I love all of you. Who in this chat is Red Brick Melted Building Believer? I am a Red Brick Melted Believer. I'm a knower. I know this is real. Again, this shot right here. This place right here, anybody ever seen this feature before? Center pick. Anybody ever seen that before? Throw it out there if you have. Because I've been looking at this shit for a long time. And this place is called Cydonia. Well, where the fuck's Cydonia? Well, Cydonia is supposed to be on Mars. In fact, this is why they call it Cydonia, is because of this right here. These are melted structures. Look, arch here, right angle here, wall coming off here. Structure, 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 all in the melt. This over here is what you call your famous face on Mars. If you've never heard of it before, fucking Google it, man. This narrative has been pushed by NASA for a long time now. Okay? If you've never heard of a cat called Richard C. Hoagland, look into him, because this is his work right here. The famous face on Mars. No, this is a fucking melted building. It's a melted building going into the melt, just like this over here and just like this over here. And you know what they've done? They've actually broke this down mathematically. They sure have. They said that this structure right here goes right across the eyes of this here and reaches to a feature over here. And if you take this line and you draw it here and you go here, then you get all this mathematical breakdown. If you study this information through who I just said, you'll get it. You'll understand what I'm talking about. What they've done is they've taken this kind of information and fed you all kinds of other shit to confuse your mind. To confuse your mind. Mars. Melt. Look at your wall structures, man. Look at these lines coming off here. These are all parts of the structure sinking down and flowing into the melt. What's this? You know? Yeah, I'm telling you that these things were melted structures on a massive scale, and they're sinking down onto themselves. And actually what they're doing is they're coming down and they're rock curtaining over all this shit that's flowing out in the melt here. Why do I say that? Because I'm proving it. Look, apertures here, wall structures coming off, features coming off here, straight line features coming off here. Twisting and turning because they're now very hot and viscous, and they're bending and sinking down into the melt. And this whole thing right here is causing this line that comes across here. Rock curtaining over, flowing over itself. Right angle, look at this. Rock curtaining over here, expanding over this expanding over here, going down into the melt here. This one right here, twisting and turning down in the melt here, leaving this separation line right here. Lines all the way. See these twisty things right here? Because it's fucking hot, man. It was fucking hot and it's sinking down on itself, flowing out into the melt. Excuse me. Still overcoming this illness of mine. Getting better, but still trying to shake it off. Okay. You know what you're looking at, crew. Lines shifting down into the melt, flowing. See how it's coming down and going whoomp down into the melt? Sinking down into the melt. See, look at the block in here, man. It's all coming down into the melt. Into the brick ash. The brick ash out here. Very hot. This was the hottest part here. Look how cooked out it is, man. It's getting into sand now, or brick ash, leaving these flow patterns of these melted buildings. See, look, flow, 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 flow. Have you ever poured yourself some pancake batter before? And how when you first start pouring it, the rest of it comes out and flows over the top part that you've already poured? Same thing, man. Buoyancy, density, heat, and pressure, man. It's not hard. Here we go. Here's Hollywood for you. Mars. At least they're saying that's in the movie. Huh? This may be CGI. This might be a real person walking in this area. Who knows? But what I can tell you right here, this is melt. This is a melted fucking structure. You know why I can say that? Because it is. Look. Brick, right angles, rock curtaining, layering, expansion, heat and pressure, color differentials. How many times have we seen expansion coming off of these things that look like this? Look like this. How many times have we seen brick being popped out of the side of walls because of the heat and pressure and the expansion, popping them out like popcorn bricks, popcorn blocks? Yeah, another term that we created. Popcorning effect. Look at this. How many times have we seen this? The shell, the expansion, the flow coming off here, overlapping, rock curtaining over, expansion. And this is Hollywood, people. This is why people can't see what we're talking about, because they've been Hollywooded, man. That's right. Hollywooded. They get to call us stupid. They get to call us conspiracy theorists and mock and laugh at us while they're sitting there shoving their fucking pie hole full of shit that's killing them. Chugging gallons and gallons and gallons of fucking shit that's making them weigh 500 fucking pounds. While they sit here and enjoy Hollywood telling them a story. You know what they're doing is they're showing you, again, through predictive programming, which we faced all of our lives through shows, TV shows, series, movies. They don't believe it because they've seen it in movies. They believe the narratives that they've been fucking taught. This is what they do. This is how the controllers do. They'll show us right in our faces, man. Right in our faces. It goes along with all the other stuff that, you know, the inversions, if you will, of our psyche now. Okay. You know, all these actors and actresses that we've loved for so much. We're finding out a lot of interesting things about them now. Yeah. It's creating the narrative so they control the conversation. That's what's gone on. That's exactly what has happened. Because people are just going to fucking criticize you and then move on to what else interests them next and not take time to listen and fucking learn and understand what we're talking about. Look at this in the melt. What's all these? Line here, line here, line here, line here. Apertures here, line here, separation line here. Look at these lines here, coming off lines here. These are all sinking down into the melt, man. As is everything out here. Yeah, these motherfuckers right there. Okay. I bet you that if you had $500 billion, you'd have the ability to make people think what you wanted them to think too. What's that? What the fuck is that? Well, it looks like structure to me. Doesn't look like anything fucking natural to me. What are these? You've seen it before, crew. Yeah, that's right. We went to Mars, motherfuckers, and I'll tell you why. Because we think outside the box. Not only that, we've taken the box, ripped it apart, and fucking burning it. Okay? Massive A-frame up here once again in the melt. In the melt. This could be Arizona. This could be parts of the Middle East out in the desert. This could be part of the Gobi. Looks like it. Looks a lot like the same kind of features right here, man. No, they're telling this is Mars. Lines once again. Meltology, baby. What are these? Same features we see in Arizona and all over this fucking melted realm. All over this melted realm, man. See, they've given them names already. See, they've given them names already. They've already pissed on it. They've come along, lifted their little fucking NASA leg and pissed on it and claiming it now. It's a crater. It's Gusev's crater. And Spirit, whatever the fuck this is the thing here, man. This is how fucking stupid people are. They will pay attention to this shit right here instead of looking at this shit right here and understanding what they're looking at. Because they're the authorities. They're the ones telling us the truth. What the fuck is this so round for right here? What's this up here? This is a melted dome structure that sunk down into itself, goddammit. I mean, fucking hell. I can see the lines in here, the apertures in here, as we've seen so many goddamn times before, man. Look, another one here, look. Dome feature here, rock curtain coming over the top of it, melting down on it. Here and here. Big fucking aperture right here. Connected to this right here. Lines in here, sinking down into the melt. Look at your separation line right here. Because this fucking big feature right here is sinking straight down into itself, man. Along with everything else. Look at your differentials in here, man. call them, fucking call them. Sinking down into the melt, man. Big expansion right here. Look, this piece of the building still hanging on right here. Look, see your line right here, all of this shit right here in the middle, like a puzzle piece, if you will. Structure melting down and onto itself, leaving these lines and rock curtaining over features like this right angle right here with these fucking expanded out scorched apertures up in here. Showing these for a reason. Because we're stepping outside of most people's sense of reality. Mars. If this is Mars, what the fuck is this? Where have we seen this color differential cooked out, crystallized, it looks like, and so different than everything else around it? This is what they tell us. This is what they show us. See this? Oh, it's round, man. Mars is like Earth and like Jupiter and like everything else, round, and it's all moving around the sun at however many hundreds of millions of miles, and we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, and all this other bullshit, man. All this other bullshit. They take this melted round, they crop sections of it, put this shit kind of round features around it, and tell you that it's heliocentric. It's moving around the sun. Everything's a globe, if you will. You know, I see melt, man. Now, I've been looking at this shit for a while, and my vision's got a lot better. And I may be going quick. I may be showing some stuff that y'all don't understand, but you got to understand meltology, man. You got to really understand what you're talking about when you're talking about meltology, because you got to understand the fundamentals of meltology, man. Why are these fucking right angle structures right here? Look. Can you see a grid pattern in here? Like an apartment building, you got apartment stacked on top of each other, and you melt them out and they fall down. They start looking like this here. Look, apertures, structure right here, right angles, apertures, fucking apertures everywhere, man. Okay, sinking down into the melt. The fuck is this? Structure, expansion, heat and pressure sinking down on itself. Color differentials because of the different heat temperatures of the structure going down in the melt. Okay. Another shot of this one here, showing this a lot better over here. Cooked out over here, like right here. Okay. I'm going to do something here, crew. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to back out for just a second. And I want to bring myself center because I want to talk to you. I've got about maybe 30 minutes left. And again, I got to get ready to go and do some shit. But I wanted to come up in here specifically today because this is the mark of another year, if you will, that I've been up here in the nest. Now, a year ago today, I was doing a live stream. Actually, it was at night, New Year's night. Okay. And I was doing a live stream. You out there in the crew, do you remember that stream I was doing on New Year's night last year? Anybody out there, give me a shout. You remember what I was doing New Year's night last year? I was doing a live stream. Yeah, right here in the nest. And New Year's hit, and I was going along doing my live stream, and all of a sudden, somebody outside my grandson's bedroom window let off 2 magazines of a .40 caliber Glock. And I actually closed my fucking screen down and ducked and covered, man. Anybody remember that? Red bricks, yeah, you remember. Yeah. Because this is the insanity we live in nowadays, man. We got such crazy motherfuckers out there that are protected now. Yeah, they're protected now by the system that's making all this hidden from us. It's living in the insanity. When I talk about the melt, I'm not only talking about the melt of meltology, the melted structures. I'm talking about the melt of our minds, man. Talking about the psyche of motherfuckers out here today. Old and young. This is the insanity we live in, man. Like I stated at the beginning of the stream, we just went through our holidays where we love each other and we come together because we love each other so much. Now, some people out there have beautiful families and everything is great. And I get it, man. And I'm glad that your life has been like that. I'm glad that you had that kind of love and understanding from those closest to you. Okay. But there's many of us out here that have not had that. What's my point? I'm not gonna sit here and say you have to believe this and that. You can believe whatever you want. You can believe in God. You can fucking believe in NASA. You can wrap yourself around a flag. You can take your book and you can fall back on it and call it truth. And deny everything that I'm fucking showing you. Everything that we have shown you, Spartan Red, most and foremost, has put out more evidence and showing actual facts than anybody, including me, about meltology. This last year, I grew a tight bond with meltologists, with people on the other end of their keyboard, coming up here and showing evidence, evidence, evidence. And we all love each other. We all know that. We're all meltologists wanting to come out with the truth. And again, I'll reiterate, this last year, man, I did everything in my power to bring people together, to come up on this platform. No matter if you got your own group. I don't give a fuck, Jen. I don't give a fuck, Yoakum. I don't give a fuck, Mark. I don't give a fuck, Shepu. I don't give a fuck anybody else up out there with your platform. You were given every opportunity to be up here in Melted Red Brick University to break down this melt and to bring it forward to the masses out there that are stupid and indoctrinated and don't get it. We're trying to change the minds and perceptions of people to the reality of what we're on here. But you know what stopped us? Fucking ego. That's what stopped us. Not my ego, because I don't have a fucking ego, and I don't have any more goddamn feelings left to fucking hurt, because I don't give a fuck. You can call me an asshole. You can call me a prick. You can call me what the fuck ever. You know what? I don't give two shits. It's your ego that you could not get past. Look, we're all different in our own ways. We all deal with things differently due to the conditioning that made us who we are. Now, if somebody comes up into here and pisses on my fucking leg, you think I'm going to sit back and fucking just be all passive and about love? No, I'm going to tell the motherfucker to fuck himself and fuck off. And if that offends you, fuck you, that offends you. I'm done being passive. I'm done sugarcoating shit. If people's feeling you get hurt, that's their fucking choice. Because I'm bringing you truth, raw and real. I'm not making Meltology up. Spartan Red ain't making Meltology up. Meltology has changed my mindset to see that religion is bullshit and governments are bullshit. And they're controlling you. But you want to sit back, grab your Bible, and be in your little indignant fucking hypocritical fucking, oh, Dean, you're just so hateful. No, fuck you. I'm done with you, man. Look, religion has a spot in Meltology because the symbology is in the melt. We've seen that. We've seen renditions in the melt. We've seen crosses in the melt. We've seen many other symbols in the melt. That doesn't mean religion is real. That just means the symbology is in the melt. Whatever this realm was before had these symbols and were lost in the melt. The thing is, the narrative has been hijacked, man. Oh, you're crazy, Dean. You're anti this or anti that. Look, if you can't question, then you know what the problem is. If you can't question what you've been told and you're chastised and hated for saying it, well, then there's the problem. When you can't, when you stop asking questions or questions are labeling you as some kind of fucking hater of this or anti this or that, then there's the problem right there, man. Those are the ones who are controlling the fucking narratives, man, when you can't question what they fucking try to tell you truth is. We all went through this last week of our religious holidays and stuff like that. And like I said, we all put on our best and went out and ate our fucking food and bought all this shit that put you into debt for another fucking year. Because that's just the way things are, man. That's just being American. Or that's just believing so much that you got to go out and put yourself into fucking economic debt just to give people presents to show that you love them. There's no such thing as love. There's no such thing as hate. There's only proof of it. There's no such thing as angels. There's no such thing as demons. These are fictional motherfucking people put into your goddamn psyche to keep you in this fear-based control mechanism you call reality. You're goddamn right I'm fucking saying it. And I'm not up here to offend you. I'm telling you how I fucking see shit, man. Because that's why we've got so much problems, man. That's why we can't bring Meltology forward, because everybody's wrapped around your fucking flag and your goddamn religion. If you're so patriotic, why are you leaving so much death and destruction throughout other places on this realm? Coming back here, wanting to be a hero. Coming back here and to feel your little baby's arms wrap around you because you've been gone. Well, your departure has left somebody else without a fucking mom and dad. Because you went to war for a banker. For fucking money. Oh, I'm lying? Who's General Smedley Butler? Has anybody ever heard of General Smedley Butler before? General Smedley Butler was one of the most decorated fucking Marine Corps generals ever, man. And you know what he stated in his last days? War is a racket, and he was a hitman for the bankers. He couldn't say it while he was doing his thing because he wouldn't have been able to fucking be in his comfort zone. He took some kind of an oath. But when these motherfuckers reach an age where they know they're leaving, they're spilling their fucking guts, man. Look. I can get heated, man, because I'm passionate. It's not anger. Don't get it twisted, man. This is a passion for me, for you, and for yours out there, man. Now we're all going to go out tonight and we're going to celebrate the new year. And a lot of people are going to go out there and buy their liquor and get drunk and go out and get a DUI and end up in the prison industrial complex. You know why? Because that's the way it's designed. Because it's a business. That's why they pack you full of your GMOs, your fucking bullshit filler bullshit food you think you're eating, where you get 500 pounds. Now you got a fucking health problem you can't get rid of because now they can make money on your fat ass. Goddamn right I'm being blunt. Can't make money off of fucking people that feel good, people that are healthy. No, those kind of people, you know what they do? They got freedom of thought. They got critical thinking. But when you poison people and you just shove them full of fucking chemicals their whole life to dumb them down, oh, well, my God, look what we got now. Look what we fucking got now. We got generation entitled out here now. Generation kill. Fucking cowards behind a keyboard. Men need to start being men and women need to start being women. We need to promote masculinity. We need to promote the true woman. The ones that used to protect our children, not pimp them out like fucking prostitutes now for a fucking buck. Not fucking their mind up so much that they think there's something that they're not. And then encouraging them to get medically fucking altered. You're fucking kidding me, man. This is the psychological mindfuck that we live in now. Tell me I'm wrong. You don't see it? A lot of people can't out there. You know why? Because they're in their fucking bubble, man. Yeah, because they get to close their fucking door, turn on their fucking Hollywood, their Netflix, their game, or whatever else takes their fucking mind away from what is really important. Listen. Rick Love and One Love to everybody out there, man. If I've offended you by my take on your patriotism and your faith, hey, man, I got the right to fucking say what I want to. Because everything that you all have done in religion and in politics has affected my life negatively, and millions of others out there too. You don't have the right to do that. I don't give a fuck what you believe. You don't have the right to go and cause death and suffering for so many, for so long. Yeah, I'm a veteran. If you want to call me that, I'm actually I was a young indoctrinated person that followed in the footsteps of my brother who went in the military. I didn't know shit back then. I still thought I was on a ball. Attack me. Grab my fucking link and come up and talk to me about it. No, what'll happen? I might get shadow banned. I might get shut off because of what I'm saying. Just like many others out there that have. We got to watch what we say. Look. All my chips are on the fucking table, man. How about you? What are you willing to give up? When you're talking meltology, you better be ready. Because you're gonna get so much feedback from the ones that you love the most, man. Because they're still trapped in their fucking indoctrination, man. I bring it to you like this today for a reason. Because I'm starting this new year, if you will, on a very hot foot. We're coming out with new information that is going to challenge a lot of shit. And I brought you this tonight for that reason. Because we're taking this in another direction, if you will. For all you meltologists out there, need to come together, man. That goes for you, Jerry DeCamp. That goes for you, Jen. That goes for you, Sheppo. That goes for you, Mark. That goes for you, James. That goes for you, Yoakum. That goes for you, Chief. That goes for all of us out there that used to be up in here in the nest, bringing this truth forward. We didn't leave you, you left us. Because you can't get out of your fucking comfort zone. You can be as passive as all you want, all the way to the fucking boxcar, man. All the way to the indoctrination internment camp, man. It's real men and women that stand up and take fucking action, man. Masculinity and being real women has been attacked forever now. Real men and women need to start waking the fuck up, man, and realizing this shit. Anyway, man, you know me, I'm Fervent Heat, dude. I'm Dean, and this is me. Fed up. Fed the fuck up with bullshit. My thoughts exactly. I am Nancy. I see it. I love you too. Balla's kiss. Oh, really got. Oh, it really got me. No, you really got me. You know, I love y'all, man. Red Bricks. Smoky 30. Yeah, spark him if you got him, crew, because you know what? It helps me. And it kind of helps me break through the depression that I still get, that I live through, like many of you out there do in your daily lives. Some people take up the bottle. Some people binge eat. Some people pop pills. I keep it green, baby, because that's natural. Mm-hmm. That's why it's so demonized and fucking illegal. Has been for a long time now. Well, it's opened up now because of fucking money. Don't you get it? Whatever's good for you is illegal. They don't want you to have it. Whatever kills you slowly and they can profit off of it, oh, fuck yeah, that's legal all the goddamn day, man. How more fucking obvious can it get, people? Yeah, it is that time for me. And I love being in here today with you, crew. And if you're sitting back in your chair and you're not commenting, well, fucking start getting involved, man. What are you afraid of? Come on, man. I'm trying to push meltology forward. We're trying to wake people up when we cannot do this if we just fucking bash each other and fucking cause distension and separation from each other, man. I sincerely love everybody that's seeing this right now. I don't know you, but I love you. And I'm tired of seeing you and yours live in this fucking sewer. I'll say this one more time. If you support it, you own it. If you're that patriotic, then you fucking own it now. You own all the death, all the destruction, all the misery throughout, before and whatever's coming now. You fucking own it. You vote for it. You fucking bought it, motherfucker. And that goes for you too, motherfucking religious people out there. Tell your fucking priest to quit raping children. Tell your fucking priest to quit biting the heads off of baby dicks. Tell your fucking whoever to quit mutilating the genitalia of females, young babies. You sick motherfuckers. I hold every one of you out there responsible if you vote and you go to church and you thump your fucking Bible and fall back on it as your truth. You own this fucking shit. If you're not standing up and fucking recognize it and take care of it enough in your own fucking house, you fucking own it. I'm about love. I'm about humanity. I'm about changing this fucking insane asylum that they got us in, man. Anyway, brick love, one love to everybody out there. I'll see you tomorrow morning in the Sunday Easy and bring you some more melt. But I wanted to take this time for myself today and come up and be who I am and what I wanted to fucking say. So, Red Bricks, Phallus Kiss, Melted Inverted Realm, Ox Axe, I Am Nancy, Dervo C. Many others up in here. James Breed and Big Jimmy. You know. Yeah. I love every one of you. Please, please be safe tonight. One love, brick love to everybody. For Melted Red Brick University, please like, share, and subscribe. Donate if you want to. We're not asking you to. Not about that. Not about selling you a fucking shirt. What I am asking is for you to get involved and grab that goddamn link. I was going to put it up earlier, but I'm running out of time. But for future streams coming up, man, I'm going to be throwing that link out. Like, I want you up in here, man. I want you to start getting involved. This ain't an entertainment fucking thing. This is a reality, man. We're trying to get across to people. Anyway, Fervent Heat. Brick love, one love to you and yours. See you tomorrow morning.